with caution.
Force your grandma to play, because it's time for our newest series. Like I said, I'm still not sure how to call it, so bear with me. So, here's how it's gonna work. I have 19 clips ready for you guys. Give me a sec. There we go. So, here's the fun part. Every single time I'm gonna provide you guys with a situation, and your job is to vote on the players that you believe will win the engagement. So I've got 19 clips lined up with engagements. Some are more obvious than others. Some are very, very funny, like this one. And it's your guys' job to decide and vote on which player do you think that will win this particular engagement. So the first one we have lined up is going to be Despro versus E. So Despro is the player in yellow, and E is the player in the red. I'm gonna give you guys 20 seconds to start your voting. Who will win? So is it gonna be Despro for this engagement, or is it gonna be E for this engagement? I can't do 20 seconds, so I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds to vote. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, sure. There we go. So voting is now up and running. I hope. Yes, there we go. So who do you guys think is going to win? We've got one Mammoth and a V2 from Despro versus a handful of army from E. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Viewers in your region can only vote without Tiberian. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. But it happens a lot. Some countries do that. All right, boys, are you ready for the first engagement? Here we go. Let's make this full screen, and let's go. So here we go. The Mammoth from Despro, very ballsy here, going in. There is like, what the fuck is this? No way in hell, bro. But then clutch Arkenstone, look at that V2 shot, wiping out half of this army already. And they're even retreating. But will it be enough? He's gonna do some kiting. But unfortunately, E coming in with the chase. And he is gonna finish off the Mammoth. So the first one is going to E, but I thought this one was really funny because it was looking really funny to me. So yeah, E is gonna win this engagement. A lot of people lost their Tiberium here, but it is all right. All right, so we're moving on to the next situation. All right, so here is the next situation. Unfortunately, this one is on 200%. It's my bad. But I believe this one is Blackened. No, it's Unano versus Widow. So, you know, I'm gonna give you, once again, I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds so you can look at the screen. I'm gonna keep it paused, so you guys can look at the situation. And so we've got 3 medium tanks for Unano, fairly even amount of infantry, and we got static defenses. Well, the availability to make static defenses for Widow. So place your bets. Who is gonna win? We got 15 seconds left. Will it be Widow is the one in purple, Unano is the one in the wine red color. All right, well, betting is done. Let's find out who it is. Oh, actually it was looking fairly close, but Widow here came out on top. So like I said, a couple of are obvious. Other ones are going to be very, very interesting. So Widow coming out here on top. So the winner of this one was Widow. Most of those actually got that right. Congratulations to you winning that. And we're going over to the next one. All right. So this one is, I believe, Rush AI versus Noob X. I believe. I might be wrong. So we're gonna go with the colors this time. So we're gonna go with well, it's not really teal. So I'm gonna go with gray versus purple. Alright. Place your bets. Who is going to win this engagement? We got a heavy tank and some harvester soaking. And we got two light tanks with a very sizable army here to clutch it out. Will they be able to do it is the question. We got 15 seconds left on the vote. And you don't have much to work with. It's only the image, but this seemed like a really fun idea. Because sometimes you might be surprised how this game obviously turns out. Alright, voting is over. Let's get straight into it to see who wins this engagement. Alright, so a little bit more intel here. But not much to work with regardless from the other picture. Here we go. So yeah. Big surprise here, but the purple player actually didn't went with the defender's advantage. He decided to go in. Harvester did a lot of soaking though, and eventually the gray player does wow, I can't even come up with the word retreats. But in my opinion, it's very hard to say, but I'm gonna look at it in terms of destroyed assets, and the gray player definitely won that engagement. So we're gonna give that one to the gray player. Well, like I said, this is still very very new to me. It's a prototype. So if you guys do have suggestions on how to improve this, I would love to hear it. Yeah, it's a tough call for sure. We can't have a new OpenRA series of caution without having some tough calls. Anyways, moving on to the next one.
I guess you...
Let's see. Alright, there we go. So the yellow player in question is Unano this time around, and the red player is Blackened. So let's see if Blackened remembers his own games, because these games are very old. Well, some of them are fairly new, but I did some really deep digging in on the ladder to actually find these replays. So place your bets yet again. Who do you think is gonna win? Is it going to be the yellow player Unano, or is it going to be Blackened? So the big difference here is Blackened does have 3 medium tanks, whereas Unano only has a light tank and a medium tank. However, as we all can see, there is an MCV on the screen, so Unano is able to produce defenses. Can he make it happen? We've got 1k bet on Blackened so far. Let's see if you guys are right. Prediction is over, and let's see what happens. Alright, tank's a little bit out of position, but now Blackened pulls him in front. It's looking close though. Medium tanks are getting destroyed, still fairly even. Pillbox comes into the rescue, but will it be enough? Look at the rocket density from Blackened. And even though with the static defense support, it is Blackened that takes this victory in this engagement. Alright, so winner of that is going to be Blackened this time around. Congratulations to him. Moving on to the next one. Not sure why this one is with sound. Might have to mute it, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this one is with sound. Okay, so we have got Unano in the red versus Cav in the brown. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time because I see there's some ads being played as well, which happens from time to time. But looking at my creative dashboard, there should be 15 seconds left before the ads are over. So we're gonna wait 15 seconds for the non-sub people to start the betting. So in the meantime, I'm gonna set up the betting as well. So we've got Unano this time in the wine red color, and we've got Cav in the brown color. Don't worry guys, I waited until the ads were over to start the voting. So yeah, here we go. Voting has started for the next 30 seconds. Who do you think is gonna win this engagement? Is it gonna be Unano in the reddish color, or is it going to be Cav in the brown color on the right side? It took me a very, very long time to find all this footage. I had to go through a lot of long replays, and then I had to find particular engagement because sometimes I saw like two big armies going at it, you know, and then one tank of those armies died and then the other player retreated, and I was like, oh come on man, fuck. Like, it was actually hard to find engagements where both of the players committed. Anyways, the voting is passed. Let's find out who it is going to be in this particular one. Alright, well, the heavy tank count is really good, but the concave for Blackened is a lot better, and he has a harvester to do some soaking as well. But unfortunately, oh, it's actually Unano. Unano even cost it GG. So this one was quite obvious who was gonna come out victorious. Big Army Slugfest, I know, like I said, it was very hard to find actual good examples. And like I said, I needed to find examples where most of the armies get completely wiped out. And as we all know, a lot of people want to retreat. And that was the hardest part. So I think I spent at least 4 hours to finding 20 examples. Anyways, moving on to the next one. So, this one is a little bit different. So I'm gonna pause the player fairly soon. So I'm gonna give you guys some time to look at this image as well. So we've got Widow on the left in the purple, and we got Cav on the right. So Widow's attacking the oil from Cav. Widow has a medium tank and a ranger present. So who do you think is going to win this engagement? Is it going to be Widow in the purple color, or is it going to be Unano in the brown color? Voting has started for 30 seconds. Unano loses every time. This was not intentional, but I do support it. Alright. Well, as we can see, Cav doesn't have any tank support. Widow is also reinforcing with 4 medics and 2 extra rockets as well. So place your bets, everyone. Who do you think is gonna win this particular engagement? 3 seconds left. The bidding is over. Let's find out who it is going to be that took over this engagement. Make this a thing on every stream I'm here. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna really try my best. Oh wait, there's no sound. There we go. Alright, here we go. Ranger immediately going down. Medium tank also melts. And even with all that medic support, Widow is going in with a boof, and that was probably his undoing. Even before the heavy tank arrives, Widow retreats, and it is pretty obvious who won that victory. In before Cav drops a nuke. No, not really. Alright, so this one includes point 1 versus Jinx. So we've got Jinx in the gray color, and we've got point 1 in the bluish color. So Jinx is getting ready to attack and eco-harass point 1's main base. And point 1 has a decent amount of defense going. But will it suffice? Is the question. So, we've got Jinx in the gray color. This would be awesome if I had a mod that actually would do the names while I'm doing the explanations. That would be amazing. So, your 30 seconds are starting now. Who do you think is gonna do this engagement? Think you remember this? It's possible. It is possible. Like I said, all of these replays were taken from the ladder. So it is definitely possible that you have seen these matches before. But this is the reason why I took the ladder, is because if I was going to take matches from Raggle, a lot of people would remember almost every match. One, because some people spectated, and two, because I covered the entire season almost. So yeah, that's why I went for ladder. Alright, voting is over. Let's watch who won this particular engagement. So you got 2 heavy tanks in the bottom there as well from Jinx. Here we go. So once again, I always take assets into consideration. Jinx is going in. And look at these heavy tanks actually being melted. Harvester stays alive as well. It is obvious who won this engagement. Point 1 is going to take it over Jinx. Jinx retreated there. And congrats to point 1. That was a very obvious defensive advantage. At the same time, it's also kind of fun, you know, because it tests your knowledge as well. Obviously, sometimes it's random, but not at all. Alright, so this is probably one of the biggest slugfests that I could find on the ladder. On the left side is Noob X. On the right side is Rush AI. I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming it's Gatekeeper. So Rush AI is in the gray. And Noob X is going to be in the purple. It's not Rush AI, it's Rush All, whatever. If it's Rush All, then it's probably not Gatekeeper, but I can't tell. Anyways, this is a pretty big battle. So looking on the left side, Noob X has a decent amount of heavy tanks, but he's got 4 V2s and Yak support. So he's got full tier 2 support. And on the right side, our gray player has a shit ton amount of medium tanks and 1 RT. So place your bets who is gonna win this engagement. Betting ends in 3 seconds, and let's enjoy the show. Let's find out. This is like an OpenRA simulator pretty much. Oh my god, look at the concave from Noob X. It's actually ridiculous. But it's still fairly close. Look at Tanya at the top as well. Tanya doing so much damage to Noob X. But it's still very, very, very close. Tanya still alive, gets taken out by a V2. And barely, just barely, it is Noob X that comes out on top in this particular engagement. Congratulations to the people who vote for Noob X. It's also like a good, because there's a lot of people in here that have a ton of points as well. So this seemed like a very fun idea to spend some points to. Alright. Moving on to number 9, we have Bane versus Milkman. So I'm gonna give you guys some time to look at the picture here, while I set up the names for the next betting. And we got Milkman in purple. Alright. Betting is up once again. Is it going to be Bane with a substantial army, or is it going to be Milkman on the defensive side? Milkman does have Radar Dome and Pillbox on the left side. I mean, that's how Bane always calls his own color. So I thought it was kind of funny reference to Bane's color. Alright, betting has ended. Let's see who is gonna come out victorious. Alright, Bane is really nicely, he has a really nice formation, but look at the concave from Milkman as well. The sheer amount of medium tanks and also the Harvester. Look how much army in the top is focused on the Harvester from Milkman. Milkman taking it very convincingly over Bane here. Bane got destroyed, and it seems like a lot of you guys agreed as well. Congratulations to you guys. Milkman took this one over Bane. Alright, so I think this one is another Unano versus Blackened. It's actually the same match, or yeah, it's the exact same match from the previous time. But this is a different situation. So sometimes I was pretty lucky to have the same amount of people, or like a similar or different engagement in a single game, which is actually kind of fun. So once again, betting will be open for 30 seconds. Look at the screen, make your guesses. It seems like Unano is going to attack an expansion from Blackened. The armies look very similar, only 2 heavy tanks more for Unano. So let's see how this one will go down. I really like this because I really tried some, like I said, some engagements are very obvious which one is going to win, especially for the players who understand this game. But some of them look very close, especially the one with Noob X and the Grey player. That big engagement, that one was very hard to guess. Alright, here we go. Unano going in, and Blackened on the defense. Blackened with defender's advantage so far, and it seems like his concave is just a little bit better. He has a better angle, but all of his tanks have died. But does that matter? Tanks are going in for crushes, and this one is going to be very, very close because it's still not over yet. But Unano coming in clutch. This one was very, very close, but Unano comes out on top in that one. Alright, going to Unano. Your face is blocking the 2 medium tanks? Yeah, it's all a surprise, man. That's what it is. And it doesn't matter. You can't use points anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just for funsies, man. Alright, next up we have Mint versus Ups. So, very similar armies. You guys decide who is going to win this one. So we got Ups in the yellow this time, and we've got Mint in red. So I'm just gonna keep those colors going. There's no secret stuff going on behind my camera. I'm gonna look at that from now on to see if there's anything hiding behind my gorgeous face, but there's not. So this is what's on the screen is what is there. So yeah, place your bets. As you can see, Ups is playing allies, but he did have secured some heavy tanks for himself using mechanics. And betting is going to be over. Let's see, it's 50-50 pretty much in terms of points. I'm not sure because it showed 1.1k, but whatever. Let's go watch the match, see how this one turns out. Alright, Blackened with the keen eye already. And yes, this was actually a very sneaky one, but Blackened saw it. There is no rockets in Ups' army at all, and that is his downfall. He cannot deal with the heavy tanks, and Mint is rolling him over. Oh wow, look at that. Even the MCV goes down. And that was a perfect engagement for Mint versus Ups. Very keen eye from Blackened there. I like that, Blackened. Really good, man. Why 0 rockets? If I was watching the entire match, and this was very close at the end, and Ups was recovering from, he lost most of his base, but yeah, I think he probably messed up his production afterwards. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we're at 11. Actually, this is providing much more entertainment than I imagined it to be. So okay. Oh, okay. So here we go. So this one is Don B versus I don't know. I think it's Rush AI or Rush L once again. I actually do not care. So we're gonna go with Don B, and I'm gonna call this one dark green because it's, or I could go with teal. Yeah, let's go with teal. So teal is the darker green at the top and a little bit over here. So let's check my okay, so you can see the forces next to the camera. There's not that many forces besides that. There's maybe like 4 or 5 rifles extra that are hiding behind my face. Spearmint versus peppermint, pretty much. This one was Don B, and the other guy, I can't remember who it was. So I'm just gonna call him light green for now. Alright, place your bets, people. Who do you think is gonna win this engagement? So it seems like the armies are fairly even, but does Don B has the upper hand because of the fact he can attack from 2 different angles? That is the question. I actually had a lot of fun trying to find all these different replays as well. So it's actually, this one was really fun having the ladder system available and have all those replays available as well. And at the same time, I was actually grateful that we didn't have a release for over over a year now, because that means I didn't have to switch versions in order to see all these replays. Anyway, the voting has ended. Let's find out. Alright, the light green player is using his defender's advantage fairly well, but look at this concave from Don B. There's still a medium tank alive for the light green player, and that is pretty much going to do it, I would say. Although this one is fairly close. This one is fairly close. If the light green player actually used all of his medium tanks at the start of the game. Or maybe, am I wrong? Well, the light green player has definitely won that engagement. But that one was super close. Hard to tell without the potting vector. That's actually a really good point, Sarah. Also, welcome. That's actually a really good point. Okay, for next time, I'm gonna include that as well. So I'm gonna make sure before I start these engagements that I'll give you guys some extra hints and include the potting vectors as well using shift. That's actually a good tip. All right, so once again we have Jinx versus 0.1. I need an asset count on the last one. It was fairly close, I'll give you that, but that keeps it exciting. All right, so Jinx here is already eco-harassing 0.1. We see an army in the top left from 0.1 with 3 RTs actually. 1 RT is next to his MCV. There's 2 RTs on the top left side, but there you can also see 3 V2s. Wait, you guys cannot see the 3 V2s, I think. There are 3 V2s. He's just off the corner of the screen, but there are 2 V2s. Trust me. Yeah, there are 3. All right. Well, betting has ended. Let's watch the clip. This is a pretty big army, but there is 3 RTs though. But like I said, there's also 3 V2s. So Jinx is going to retreat because he saw the RTs. Heavy tanks are getting destroyed. Blackhawks are coming in as well. V2 shots. That was a pretty good V2 shot. Look, another RT coming from the top right corner. This is a very close one, but most of the army has been destroyed. So I'm gonna give this one. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh. Wow, the RTs actually did it. The V2s are retreating, and point one won that engagement. Everyone betting on point one there. They believe in the power of the RTs. One's going to point one there. That was funny. Alright, moving on to the next one. We still have a couple left. So once again, here we have Don B versus the light green player. And I thought this one... You know, let's see how much you guys know about this game. So... yeah, this one is pretty interesting, right? So little to no infantry for the light green player. 2 radar jammers and 7 medium tanks versus 4 medium tanks, a decent infantry, and 2 RTs. Let's see what it's gonna be, boys. What is it going to be? Alright, the voting has ended. Let's enjoy the show. Let's see how much you guys knows about OpenRA. Well, the RTs are indeed shooting at their own infantry, but look at the crushers and the radar jammer. It did a lot of work as well. Most of these medium tanks survived. Medium tanks are going to retreat, but the longbow that we saw on the top of the screen is gonna finish off the RTs, and that one definitely went to the light green player. I'm gonna be honest, when I was watching that, I did not expected this result, but it seems like you guys all did. I don't see how light green could lose this one. Oh, it was close. It was fairly close. Alright, moving on. So this one is... I'm not... The right one is... The one in the bottom is definitely Master. But for the love of God, I can't... Oh yeah, it's Margot. He's playing against Margot. I had to think for a sec. So it's gonna be Master. I guess that's grayish light blue. I'll just call it light blue for now, I suppose. Alright. This one is hard. Thank God. Thank God at least one of them is hard. There is nothing hiding behind my camera except for a veteran C3 rifleman. But I hope he's not going to make the difference in this one. Alright, 5 seconds left. There's been a lot of hard ones. That's good to hear. At least I was able to pick like some very interesting situations. Alright, the betting has ended. Let's see how this one turned out. Concave for Master is really good. Margot going in for the crushes though. Oh, this one is still so close. One medium tank left, but the infantry is gonna cut it. And I'm not gonna take into account the other rifle squad that arrived in the top left, because Margot already took that one out. So congratulations to Margot. Most of you guys agreed as well that Margot was gonna take it. Alright, we've still got a couple left. I think we have... Yeah, we're up until 19, so we still got a couple left. Alright. For the love of God, I can't remember who he played. Obviously, this one is Margot again. But I can't... Oh, yeah, this is World Peace. This one is World Peace. So, Margot versus World Peace. World Peace in the dark blue. Margot once again in the yellow color. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. Who is going to win this engagement? So straight off the bat here, defender. It seems like it's going to be defender's advantage for Margot, but his medium tanks are in a very poor position. But will that be enough? Man, this is great. I hope I can find more examples. We're also gonna do a TD variant, obviously. Hoping that I can actually get my hands on a couple of TD replays. All right, Blackened already calling it out. It's gonna be Margot. Let's find out. Betting has ended. Let's go. Already a lot of infantry is being chipped off here. But here we go. Margot is gonna put his tanks in front just like Blackened predicted. But will that be enough? The answer is yes, because the rocket count from World Peace was poor to none. Margot taking this engagement as well. Congratulations to the people that actually bet on Margot, because the majority went for World Peace. Moving on.
Ranger 5-6.
Let's see. Need to be careful if I don't spoil anything here. Alright, there we go. So, yes, I remember this one as well. So, the purple player is Liquid, aka Azure Anemone or something like that. I know he plays Dune from time to time. And the darkish player is Beatty. Is this racetracks? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm glad you guys agree. And then Tilly's coming in. I hate this map. I agree. I hate it. I hate it as well. Even Blackened hates his own map. That's actually freaking godlike. Alright, but who is going to win this engagement? That's the next game. Guess the map from a screenshot. Ooh, that's gonna be rough, but I could make that work. I could make that work. Alright. Betting has ended. Let's find out who won this engagement. So the concave is looking a lot better from Liquid. But look at the quantity of units from BD. That seems like it's gonna cut it for the time being. Yes, it does. BD taking it over Liquid in this engagement. 57% betted for BD. Congratulations to those people. And we're moving on. So we're now on Fairyland, and this is Despro versus Bane. I'm gonna give you guys some time once again because there's a lot going on in this particular screen. So, good luck on analyzing the screenshot. And I will make sure that I get the names and the colors right in the betting. Yeah, Despro is top, Bane is bottom. So Despro is doing the defending with his base. So both players have a Tanya. Despro's Tanya is hiding behind the ref, as you can see, and Bane is going to do the attacking. Both players on tier 3. And I was actually surprised Bane actually played this one, because this one was not long ago. If I lose, I'm at 0. Well, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's find out. Both players have a Tanya, but look at this play. Despro actually using the chrono shift onto Bane's Tanya. Freaking amazing. Blackhawk doesn't get killed, but can the sheer medium tanks close it out? It's now pretty much medium tank versus medium tank. The chrono tank is getting negated by the radar jammer. Despro attacking that radar jammer, and Bane is going to retreat. Despro wins this particular engagement. over Bane. So Despro winning that one, congratulations. You shouldn't describe the scene. Yeah, okay, fair. So that means I'm also not going to explain if anything is hiding behind my camera though. You get everything back, and also plus what the other viewers betted on Bane in this particular case. That's how it works normally. You guys had to split to one, Vichy. Oh my god, triple TP. Wait, this is a okay. We already saw this one. No, I think we saw them all. No, this is the last one. This is the last one, I believe. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, this one is Gourmeted for sure. But I can't remember who his opponent was. Doesn't matter. Let's see if I can get a more central... Yeah, there we go. So. Oh yeah, actually you're right, Duppin. This is their E. Perfect. So their E is in the red. And Gourmeted is in his skin color. Well, Caucasian skin color, I suppose. So we're just gonna call him pinkish, I guess. Alright. Thought this one was very interesting as well. Defender's advantage with static defenses or 2 heavy tanks. Who is going to win this one? I think this particular game is going to be a really fun replacement when the RGL seasons are over. Alright, betting is over. Let's find out. Good concave from Gourmeted. MCV is doing a lot of tanking. A heavy tank is going in, but the last heavy tank is gonna lose its life. And Gourmeted is now attacking the MCV, but a clutch flame tower before the MCV goes down is actually going to turn the tide of this battle in their E's favor. That one was very, very close. 93% betted Gourmeted. Their E coming in clutch and taking this one. So I think that was actually the last one, unless, yeah, because we saw this one already. Alright, well, that was all of them. For now, I got 19 examples. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit of fun doing some gambling. And, you know, I'm just trying my best to come up with new, unique ideas on this particular game. Because obviously a lot of stuff has been done. But yeah, this was great. And hopefully we can do that again in the future. So if you guys have examples that you want to send me, if you think you have some great replays that could fit into this little series, please hit me up on Discord and I would love to include them for our next series. For now, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a ton for hanging out. I appreciate it. Don't forget, as usual, boys, to stay cautious, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.